Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another testing out video. As you can probably tell by the title, it is going to be L'Oreal Infallible Stick Sculptant Launch Why do they have to have a fancy name? I'm gonna wear it throughout the day, probably not for like 8 hours, or maybe, I don't know, we shall see. It is a busy day today. I have video to upload, I need to go to university. Because I've started work, during weekend it is like a proper oiled machine. I try to film as many videos as I can to be able to upload like throughout the week, and then upload on the weekend, and then I film on the weekend, and then I still don't have time to edit them. So yeah, it's gonna be a busy day. I need to go food shopping, and yeah, so let's do it. Let's see what we have here. The foundation is L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Shaping Stick. I got mine in the lighter shade 100 Ivory. I hope it will match me. It has 9 grams of product and looks like this. Not bad. Quick, like, I don't know, would you call that a disclaimer? Or basically the shade range is pretty crap. They do have some like darker, like medium to dark shades, like deep, but they just, there's so many shades in between those shades that they have. The gaps in between the shades are so big that I'm kind of hoping that this will match me, because I don't think it will. I think it'll be a little bit too dark, but we'll see. I have moisturised my face, but I think my moisturiser has soaked in, so I think I'm gonna reapply that. Be right back. I have quite a lot of dry patches, so I want to have a very moisturised skin to give it a fair shot. I'm just gonna start because I'm excited. To be fair, I don't mind that it's a stick. I actually used to really like Maybelline Fit Me Stick foundation. That was really nice, but I can't find it, so I don't know if it's been discontinued or not. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do like half and half. I'm gonna use my Real Techniques complexion sponge on this side for now, and then I'm just gonna see how it behaves, and then if I like it or not. So far, the foundation seems very oily. I don't know, maybe not oily, but like very creamy, and it leads me to think that it might not be long-lasting foundation. So far it looks pretty nice. I feel like I did put quite a lot on, but I don't know. It's not the worst, but it already isn't the best. Do the other side. So yeah, I am putting quite a lot on. The brush I'm gonna be trying out is, actually no, I'm not trying out the brush. I'm going to try and blend it with a brush. The brush I'm using is Expert Face Brush from Real Techniques. Some foundation just don't like the beauty blender because of the water, but I just like the finish that it gives. The brush should give me a better coverage, but it kind of makes it streaky. Yeah, I see the brush strokes, whereas with the beauty blender, because you kind of bounce it in, you don't. But I do have slightly better coverage with the brush. I might zoom it in. So this is the brush side, and I feel like it has a slightly better coverage than this side, which is the Real Techniques complexion sponge. I would say this is more like medium and this is borderline full coverage. The shade match is not bad and it hasn't seemed to oxidize, but you can see how oily, like how wax based it is, because it already has creased on me. I hate having foundation on my lips. Right, let's zoom back out. So far, doesn't look bad, but I already know that this will not become my favourite foundation. I'm actually going to build up some of this coverage on this side of my face. I already know I will have to powder, and I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of having to powder foundation in. I know I probably should because I have oily skin, but there are foundations out there in the drugstore that you don't have to powder, even if you have oily skin. I think this would be a nice foundation for someone that doesn't have acne, that barely has any texture, has like a nice smooth skin with all the like crevices and bumps and stuff. The foundation has like sunk into those like acne scars that I have, so that already doesn't, you know, make it look nice. I'm gonna put some concealer on, and I do really like this Revolution Conceal and Define, but what I found interesting was how big is this compartment, and it says it comes with 3.4ml of product and Lasting Perfection, which is, when it's on offer, it's the same price as the Revolution. This Lasting Perfection says it comes with 6.5, and you'd think this would have more. Like, I know this is taller, but it's really thin. Like, I find that interesting. But I do like the Revolution one. It is really good. See, like that itself gave me more coverage. Right, I'm gonna check how the foundation powders. Right, for my powder I'm gonna use Rimmel Match Perfection loose powder. Let's powder the face. I hate doing this, I really do. I don't like powdering my face, but it does, like, it doesn't feel sticky, but it still feels a little waxy. So I'm gonna take blush brush from Real Techniques, dip it in my loose powder, and powder my face. See, already I don't like how this looks. This just, ugh. This combo like makes all of my dry patches come out and it just doesn't look that great. But let me finish my makeup. Actually, you know what? I don't know if you can see that. Right, let me zoom it in and show you what I mean. This is as zoomed in as you can be, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I hope camera is picking it up, but basically the foundation has collected in all of these like indents where essentially they scars. And I've powdered my face and it still seems like just waxy, like a really waxy formula. That doesn't look good. Like it collected around my nose. It even collected, I don't have a lot of wrinkles. I know that I don't have a lot of wrinkles, or at least they're not that deep. and look what happened here. Like I know this might be the concealer, but on my regular days when I use a different foundation, this doesn't happen. It hasn't happened here, so I don't know why. But like on my nose, it just doesn't look nice. I don't know if I can even be bothered to finish my makeup. This side doesn't look that, no, it does look bad. Let me finish my makeup off camera and I'll be right back. Guys, stay away from this foundation. Save your money. $8.99 for this just crap. L'Oreal, what were you thinking with this? Infallible Matte is great. True Match, I love. This is literally as if they felt like, oh yeah, everyone's doing stick foundations, we have to come out with a stick foundation, so we're gonna throw a little bit of wax in there, a little bit of coverage, and we'll call it a foundation. Calling it underwhelmed, calling it a disappointment is an understatement. I'm raging, I'm so annoyed, I'm very busy today, so I don't even have the time to wash this off and redo my makeup. I have to wear this makeup today. When I finished my makeup off of camera, I was gonna say, oh yeah, my under eyes don't look bad, but they even made my concealer crease. This has made my concealer crease. I honestly, this feels like a crayon. This really feels like a full-on crayon that you would draw with and not put on your face. The wax pigment ratio is just way off in my opinion. Oh, and wait for this. Wait till you see this. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. I hope you will. But look at my nose. This area here where I bronzed a little bit with powder, because obviously I powdered so it doesn't slip, it took my foundation off. Just, oh my god, like a sweat. And look how much I've creased. And I've powdered. You saw me powdering on my under eyes. So I can only, and I'm starting to crease here, and it all like collected in all the creases, and I can only imagine it's gonna take maximum of an hour till my face looks like an olive slick. And please God, I am very, very sorry for trying out this foundation. Do not block my pores, because I can feel that waxiness just entering my pores and just giving me even more spots. It's definitely gonna have to be a deep cleanse, mask, spa kind of day at the end of today, because L'Oreal, what were you thinking? The shade range, awful. So angry. I'm so angry. Oh, I don't know whether to cry or laugh or just... I'm truly, like, I think my disappointment and my anger comes from the fact I really wanted this to work, so it made the fail a real proper fail. I love L'Oreal, so if you have oily skin, if you have acne prone skin just like myself, go with True Match. They were probably the first company to come out with tons of shades, because the True Match was, just like the name suggests, they really focused on the undertones, the light, medium, dark. It really has a nice shade range, and it's a really nice, you can build it up. It's like a medium and you can build it to a full coverage foundation. I want a freaking refund, because I have basically paid $8.99 for a freaking crayon that will block my pores and looks freaking I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, and I hope the next video will not be a fail, because I have enough of shit products coming my way. This foundation, my worst enemy, this. Okay, bye.